to Tammy Talks About. So today we're going to stay in doing the articles. We are also going to stay in the wonderful world of rumors surrounding AH being fired or leaving Aquaman 2. And in fact, since I first did an article about this about a week ago now, the internet has went insane with rumors. And it's one of the things that's going to be kind of covered in this article that we're going to do. So let's talk about it. So today we're going to be looking at an article out of We've Got This Covered. This article is by Scott Campbell, and at the time of recording it was written 2 days ago. The title of the article is WB reportedly pressured AH to leave Aquaman 2 during trial. And just a quick note, in case you're not familiar with Scott Campbell, he tends to be an AH stan, and, to each his own, although I do have an issue with anyone supporting someone who is a known abuser, but, hey, to each his own. So the article starts off with, if you thought that the next courtroom battle between Johnny and AH being pushed to 2022 would do anything to dampen the relentless churning of rumors and speculation surrounding the immediate futures of both stars, then you'd be dead wrong. If anything, the volume of conflicting reports has only increased, making it harder than ever to separate fact from fiction. And in this next section here, he does get into how the rumors has just went crazy. I mean, it's really, the rumor mill is really spinning. He says in the last week alone, we've heard that AH has been fired from Aquaman 2 for failing a physical exam. Amelia Clark has been signed on as her replacement. Then right after that, it was reported that AH was still on board and then we hear that the studio is already in the process of rewriting and cutting many of her scenes in the script in an attempt to do some damage control. And he's right. I mean, it's went from one end of the spectrum to the other in the past week, ever since that first article from Sausage Roll. He goes on. Now, he, of course, has to get his digs in with Johnny because, like I said, he is an AH stan. So he says, as for Depp, he's allegedly still trying to get his ex-wife booted from the production, although the former Pirates of the Caribbean star has been maintaining a low public profile over the last few months. And he goes on to talk about that, not only that, but the insider Daniel Rickman, and I spoke about one of the things he said in one of my last videos. He says that he's now claiming that the WB hierarchy, that's a hard word for me to say, was pressuring AH to drop out of Aquaman 2 during the most recent trial, the one that culminated in the studio essentially forcing Depp to quit as Fantastic Beasts 3's Grindelwald. And of course, he has to say much to the ire of his supporters. The thing is, whether you support Johnny as a fan or whether you don't, I think any human being who has taken a look at what the evidence is and has heard her admit to what she's done and heard her admit to hitting him and seen the evidence, then it's got nothing to do with whether you're a fan of his or not. It's got to do with the fact that this man has been wrongfully accused. And because of these accusations, his reputation has just almost been destroyed. And like with Fantastic Beasts 3, he lost his job because of this. So it's got nothing to do with whether you're a fan of his or not. It's got to do with right and wrong. And this was wrong. But that's my opinion. And the article does go on to say, of course, WB didn't and still don't have any legal grounds on which to give AH her marching orders. But you can guarantee there's some concern behind the scenes after the next legal sparring session was delayed. And he talks about, after all, by the time that they go into the courtroom next year, Aquaman 2 will have more than likely finished shooting and be deep in the production process. So, because it is scheduled to be released in December 2022. And the thing is, I think what has hurt her more than anything is the amount of evidence that has been made public. I think that, especially, and I've said this from the get-go, for whatever reason, they didn't seem to want to do anything when the evidence was shown in the audios that she did abuse him. But once it became public that she did not donate to the CHLA, which is a children's hospital charity. I think then, for whatever reason, they waited till then, but I think WB has figured out, we got to do something. We've got to control this, basically damage control. And, you know, the rumor has been out there. I did a video covering this where she thinks that WB put these rumors out. It very well could be. It could be that WB are testing the waters and they want to see if it's really true. If it, you know, which, I mean, I don't know why it would take anything more than the nearly 2 million signatures on the Change.org petition to have her removed. I don't know why they don't see that, but apparently they want maybe more proof. And I think they have finally caught on to the fact that even though Aquaman was a astounding success, I think they figured out that if they keep this woman in Aquaman 2, it is going to be a magnificent flop. Because WB, if you're watching this right now, or anyone from WB, please understand. These people, nearly 2 million people who have said, we want her removed, we're willing to not give you any money to see this movie. I went on record saying that I didn't see the first one. If you'll take her out of this one, I will give you the money and I'll go see the second one. Simply because I refuse to support anything that this woman's in. She is an admitted abuser who used her femininity to destroy a man who has never been anything but kind by all reports. You can't find people who are willing to say, outside of her gang of weirdos, that are willing to say that this man has ever been anything but kind. So I think the reason we're seeing all these articles, of course, I think the internet got excited because the general public does not want to see this woman in the movie. But I think also they got excited at the fact that maybe they'd be able to go see this movie. A lot of people want to see it, but they will not see it if she's in it. So, you know, and I think there's something behind that. The WB could be putting these rumors out there. Wouldn't be hard for them to do. And I think it would be wonderful if they did get rid of her. And I mean, as far as if they were pressuring her as early as last year during the trial, then good. I just wish they could come up with a reason to get rid of her. I think they are looking for it. And I think we're going to see some big changes coming in this movie. But what do you think about it? Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I thank you so much for supporting me. It's been overwhelming, the support I've been getting. And I just really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and I appreciate it so much. And, you know, please like this video, share this video, stay with me on this journey. I've got big things coming. I'm growing this channel every day and I want to provide you with some amazing content. As you know, I am planning on going to the VA trial and I will leave my PayPal link in the bottom. That's just to help me pay for the trip. Working on the merch, and so hopefully I'll have that for you soon. I have a new commercial with an actual jingle from our very own your boy Gary. So there's a lot of great things coming, and as always, thank you, and until next time, be blessed.